New season, new faces, new division. Norwich City began their campaign hoping to secure an immediate Premier League return, keeping some established names and adding a few fresh ones to the squad. It was 14 years since the Canaries won on the opening day of the season as they kicked off at Ewood Park.
Blackburn on the back foot early on. Murphy, neat turn, and he lets fly, and oh, what a goal! Jacob Murphy. Norwich are playing some lovely free-flowing football. Is there another chance? Here it is. Houlihan makes it 2. Here's Naismith. He'll lay that one off. Houlihan. Great ball across. And it's 3-0. Cameron Jerome. Creating so much for them. And this is lovely from Norwich. Naismith. It's 4. What a goal that is. A lovely passing move. They're pretty static coming forward. But it's gone in.
Here's City through Johnny Howson. It's a good pass by Howson. Brady in first time with the cross, and I think it was Sam Hutchison that played that one, just nipped in front of Cameron Jerome. Great pace to this counter-attack for City. Houlihan, the man with the plan, is so clever from Houlihan. And Naismith just couldn't get the shot away. So many bodies in the way for Sheffield Wednesday. Here comes Brady though. A great run from Brady. And Tom Lee sticks a leg out.
Brady lays that back for Tetty. Oh, off the post from Alex Tetty. That was an absolute thunderbolt. His turn. He goes shorter instead. Houlihan, lovely touch. Johnny Howson! And there's the opening goal from the skipper. Norwich City take the lead, and it's Johnny Howson's first goal of the season. They were building towards that for a while, City. Some lovely interplay. Brady. Robbie Brady takes his man to the byline, zips it across the area, and it falls for Houlihan. Houlihan with the shot! Oh, what a brilliant save by Richard O'Donnell.
And so to Derby Day.
Has completely misjudged that, and a chance for Norwich now. Canos squares it into the path of Lafferty, all the time in the world, and Kyle Lafferty scores for Norwich City. Good flick on from Kyle Lafferty. Canos comes inside in the right boot. Sergi Canos! Oh, it's magical! A chance for Page to deliver a ball across. Page does so, and a body goes down, and it's a penalty kick to put the Portuguese off. Lameiras versus Jones, and it's a goal for Coventry. Corner comes in, and a chance, and right up the other end of the field, Norwich City have scored. Now scampering off into space, plays it to Murphy. Murphy building up ahead of steam and scoring a wonderful goal to make it 4 for Norwich. Tony, Andrew and Toffolo exchanging passes. Chance to deliver for Harry Toffolo. It's back. It's Murphy. And now Canos! Number 2 for the Spaniard Sergi Canos. Andrew had come short. Instead he looks for Murphy. Strong from Josh Murphy. Now he goes wide to Ben Godfrey. Will he have a shot? Ben Godfrey! That's absolutely wonderful! There's a way to announce yourself as a Norwich City player. 6-1. And look at Alex Neil.
Magoma has looked so dangerous in these early stages. Bends a cross in, and David Davis gets his head on it to give Birmingham City the lead. And you've got to say that was just too easy for him. That's a good pass. Donaldson in the box. Oh, and Whittaker's dived in. That's got to be a penalty. Donaldson from the spot. First goal of the season for the Birmingham man. Magoma. G. Adams' bit of skill doesn't work out, but Tetty's pass is right into the path of Clayton Donaldson, and that's number 3.
That defeat at St Andrews was City's first of the campaign and didn't diminish what was a promising start to the season. Huddersfield and Fulham were the early pace setters, while Newcastle United had also adjusted well to life in the second tier. Next up for Norwich was a chance to return to winning ways with a home visit from Cardiff.
Houlihan opens it up well. Here's Martin. Now Jacob Murphy, 2 right footers in the left hand side for Norwich City. Jacob Murphy's cross is a good one. And Cameron Jerome, what a chance, but he manages to poke it in anyway. We thought the chance had gone, but Cameron Jerome just deceived us. This time, rather than Houlihan, it's the right boot of Jacob Murphy. It's a good ball, and it's 2-0 to Norwich City. Another great delivery from the left-hand side from Jacob Murphy. Noon will deliver again. Punched by Michael McGovern, only as far as Peter Whittingham. Back into the area from Whittingham. And it's bouncing around the area. And there's a goal for Cardiff City. As if pulses weren't racing enough inside Carrow Road. No foul, says Oliver Langford. Howson now into the path of Josh Murphy. A chance for Josh Murphy! And that's the winning goal! And that's the way to do it! A proud, proud day for the parents of the twins. He just loves that position, doesn't he, Josh Murphy? Kept feinting outside, then came inside and just bent it inside. Corner kick. Peter Whittingham to take. Whittingham's delivery. Header back across and 3-2. Pilkington again. Scored plenty of goals at Carrow Road. Adam Bogdan. Oh, Bogdan's dwelt on it, and what a chance for Jacob Murphy. Oh, that was just so easy. What a horrible moment for Adam Bogdan, but Jacob Murphy won't mind. And this month, which started so well for Jacob Murphy, is just getting even better. Turns it to the Portuguese. Nice football here from Norwich. Howson and Houlihan. Oh, it's lovely. Wes Houlihan for 2-0. Good save, and then turned in. Jacob Murphy, it's double trouble. Wigan Athletics plans just falling apart here. Nathan Byrne plays that to Will Grigg. Touch, Jordi Gomez, he's got a man outside him, takes the shots, and there's the goal back that we were worrying about. Jordi Gomez with space, took the shot on his left foot, it took a deflection. Canayol still going, ball in, and the header from Lehigh, and then the opening goal from Apostolos Velios. 3 goals in 3 games for the big Greek striker. Comes in. And then a chance at the back post for Johnny Howson! And there's the equalising goal! Johnny Howson has been full of goals this season so far, and there's another one. Gets it back from Dorrans. Johnny Howson peeling out to the right. Gets it from Houlihan. Howson with the cross. Norwich still coming. It's Martin Olsen with the shot. And Graham Dorrans. And what a second goal! Graham Dorrans with an absolute stunner. And Norwich City deserve that. It's been incessant pressure over the last 5 or 10 minutes from Norwich City. And Graham Dorrans, that's a wonderful goal.
Touched by Oliveira. Naismith is away. Murphy is free on the far side, and Naismith has slipped but helped it into the net in front of the Gladys Street on the breakaway. Their first effort on goal, and the Everton fans applaud their former son, who has scored the opening goal of the night for Norwich City. The last time he scored at Goodison Park, it was a hat-trick in a win over Chelsea a year ago. Murphy keeping hold of it as well. Josh Murphy, oh what a goal! Josh Murphy scores an absolute cracker for Norwich at Goodison Park. Well, 3 years ago he was part of a Norwich City youth team that won by 4 goals to 2 on this ground. He was super that afternoon, and he scored a stunning goal which could well knock Everton out of the EFL Cup.
Olsen, good run. Brady. Dorrans picks up. Good pass from Graham Dorrans. Olsen! And there's the opening goal. Martin Olsen went a-wandering and finished with style. And this is a fine example of that. Great find from Graham Dorrans with the pass as well. And here's Lloyd Dyer, in fact. A chance for Lloyd Dyer. Ball across, Hamza Chowdhury's there. It's a goal-mouth scramble and a goal against the odds for Burton Albion. Just what they would have wanted at the start of the second half. And that was a mess at the back from Norwich City. Now Burton have given as good as they've got in most games this year. And this is evidence of them doing exactly that. Murphy and Jerome exchange passes! Oh, and what a reply! Jacob Murphy, it just keeps getting better and better and better for the Canaries youngster. What a fantastic start to the season for Jacob Murphy. Out to Ivo Pinto. That's nice. Ivo Pinto's still going. Pinto! Ivo Pinto scores for Norwich City. What a moment for Ivo Pinto.
A 4th successive league win and Ivo Pinto's first ever professional goal sent City top of the Championship as they headed to St James's Park, ready to renew a significant recent rivalry with Newcastle and prove they could be consistent promotion challengers over the course of the season. What happened next would have a profound effect on the rest of the Canaries campaign.
Another move down the right-hand side for Newcastle. They've had a lot of success here. Yedlin feeds it into Ritchie. And Dwight Gale gives the hosts the lead. Howson's pass. Oh, it's a wonderful ball from Howson. Robbie Brady now. Surely a penalty kick. Norwich City have missed from the spot in the last 2 games, but Graham Dorrans unerring from the Scot. Cameron Jerome. It's Jerome. Oh, that's wonderful! Cameron Jerome with an absolute corker of a goal. He's got Robbie Brady to his left. Now Brady is back to Murphy. Murphy fancies a shot! 3-1 to Norwich City. A 5th goal of the season for Jacob Murphy. It's another great pass from Shelvey. Showed his full range of passing tonight. And Dwight Gale reduces the arrears for Newcastle. Newcastle still coming. Ritchie's shot charged down by Olsen. Heroic from the Swedes. Ball's back into the area though. and it's heartbreak for Norwich City at the death. Johan Gouffron with the header. Shelvey, surely last chance saloon for Newcastle. Gale with the shot. My oh my. But I wonder how those Norwich players are going to be feeling. Absolutely gutted, you would imagine.
That stinging late defeat on Tyneside was eased somewhat by a look at the table, with City still in the top two and a point ahead of the Magpies. Last season's beaten playoff finalists Brighton were in pursuit of the early front-runners, while at the other end of the Championship, Aston Villa and Derby were both surprising strugglers 10 games in, and with October just round the corner.
Most of the noise coming from the Sir Jack Hayward stance that Norwich are attacking towards. Ball goes in, Cameron Jerome with the header! And that's the perfect start for Norwich City. Less than 2 minutes on the clock, and Big Cam heads in his 5th goal of the season. And I said they'll be hoping to quieten that Wolverhampton crowds. And that's the very tonic to do that. To Cameron Jerome. Back to Brady. Oh, it's absolutely wonderful from Robbie Brady! Just as it seemed like Wolves were getting back into the game, a dagger through the hearts of the home side from Robbie Brady. What a way to open your account for the season. Cavaleiro. He's been an endless bundle of energy for Wolves. Doherty, ball in, and the header comes in! And that's the goal back that the home side were wanting. David Edwards, who's covered every blade of grass, reduces the deficits. A few skiddy moments towards the end, but a vital 3 points for the Canaries. Turn from Murphy. Fisher was in quickly. The ball ricochets. Now Pritchard's got it. Pritchard slips it through to Houlihan. Great turn from Houlihan! Surely! And tucks it away! Lovely goal for Norwich City, and they deserve that one. Pritchard through the legs, swivel and pivot from Houlihan, doesn't rush it, just tucks it in the corner. Ball in from Houlihan, and Cameron Jerome notches his 6th goal of the season. Brilliant stuff from Norwich City. They've been pressing and pressing for that 2nd goal. Darnell Fisher goes outside Josh Murphy. He's beaten him. Ball in for Danny Ward, and then tucked away by Blackstock. Josh Murphy across the box, and Stephen Naismith tucks it away. And that's the 3-point save for Norwich City now. And Stephen Naismith won't have had many easier goals than that one in his career. Here's Jacob Murphy. What's he got in the locker? Murphy commits Scott Malone, and Malone's brought him down. Surely a penalty, and James Linnington points to the spot. Graham Dorrans steps up. It's Dorrans, and it's 1-0 to Norwich City. Scored the last time the Canaries played Fulham, did Dorrans, and he's on target again here at Craven Cottage. Goes to the byline, then jinks back. It's with the right foot, Olsen in. And it's Scott Malone again. He's shoved Cameron Jerome. Graham Dorrans. And it's 2 out of 2 for the Scots, and Norwich City's new penalty king makes it 2-0 to the Canaries, and they're in command here at Craven Cottage. McDonald, flicked on by Johansson. Here's Chris Martin trying to open it up for the shot. It ricochets, and it goes in. I think Johansson got the last touch. Dorrans, Piathon nips in there though. That's slack from Norwich City. Johansson feeds it to Chris Martin. A great chance for Martin. And the former Canary comes back to haunt his old team. Once again, Norwich City fail to win at Craven Cottage. Norwich City starting on the front foot. Houlihan feeds it through to Cameron Jerome, and that's almost the perfect start. Chris Maxwell with a wonderful save for Preston. Looks like Pritchard's Oh, so close from Alex Pritchard. Delivery from Johnson. And there's the goal for Preston North End. He's come in for some rough attention to D. Houlihan, but he takes a great cross out. Pritchard the cross! And oh so close, heroic defending at the back from Preston North End.
On to Brady, to Naismith again. Brady with the cross and arriving at the far post to dab it home is Alex Pritchard. Godfrey. No, he didn't see it at the far post. And here comes first Dukara and then tucked in by Antonsen. He is at the far post. He goes to Pritchard instead. Pritchard hits it. There's a chance for Oliveira. It's a free header. And now they are in front. It might reach Sacco here. It does reach Sacco. Wood is at the far post to gobble up an easy chance and equalise for Leeds United. But there is still more entertainment to come. It is penalty kicks. He's taken them for West Bromwich Albion. And he struck that one firmly to put Norwich ahead in the shootout. It's Chris Wood. It's 1-1. Well, he got very close to it, but not close enough. Alex Pritchard will take the second for Norwich City, and it's a save by this Leeds goalkeeper too. This is Rofe. He buries it. It's Naismith against Silvestri. And it's another save by the Italian. Big penalty this for Calvin Phillips. A second half substitute for Leeds United to put them 3-1 in front, and it's Ruddy with a big save. And Nelson Oliveira has the chance to square things up and does exactly that. It's Grimes over the top of the crossbar. It's a terrible penalty. It's Robbie Brady against Silvestri. And it's another save, and a hat-trick of saves from Silvestri, and that's the best of the bunch. It's Ronaldo Vieira against Ruddy. Leeds United win. They are quarter-finalists in the EFL Cup for the first time in 4 years.
City trying to play it out from the back. Tetty goes back to McGovern. It's a heavy touch from the goalkeeper, and Glenn Murray's got an open goal here. And it's a horrific start for Norwich City, just what they didn't want here at the Amex. Scalak coming down the left, chance to deliver, and Glenn Murray meets it, and it's 2-0 to Brighton. Scalak with the corner, it's a deep one. Oh, and it's going from bad to worse for Norwich City. Lewis Dunk with a free header. Close it, it's heavy, back to McGovern. It's a poor kick from the keeper. Ryan Bennett with a heavy touch. It's a mess at the back for Norwich, and Glenn Murray gladly takes the opportunity of a hat-trick. Scalak again looking oh so dangerous. Knockhart with a chance to rub salt in the wounds. 5-0. Disastrous day at the office for Norwich City here.
The Canaries' Brighton and Hove hammering sent shockwaves through their season as they slipped 4 points off the automatic promotion places. Bristol City was still flying high in the playoff positions, with Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday chasing the tails of the top six. City boss Alec Neil would have been hoping for a reaction and some sort of revenge for City's EFL Cup exit at Elland Road, when a Leeds United side rejuvenated under Gary Monk came to Carrow Road.
Pritchard's ball in, it's flicked on by Brady! And there's the opening goal, just after the midway point in the first half. Robbie Brady is the man to get it. Hernandez into the middle. The header comes in, and there's the equalising goal. It's good work from Sacco. And now Luke Ayling on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's 2-1 to Leeds. A lovely move from the visiting side. Thompson. Now Houlihan. Jerome flicks it on, and Kyle Lafferty sucks it away for the equaliser. Massive goal for Norwich City. The two men up front has paid off. Goal. Shot comes in, and what a goal! Ronaldo Vieira with an absolute cracker for Leeds United. Alex Neil shakes his head. Throw-in for Queen's Park Rangers. It's launched into the box. City don't deal with it. Martin Olsen keeps that out, but did he use his hands? Yes, it's a red card for Martin Olsen. Sharon Cherry steps up for Queen's Park Rangers, and it's a reprieve for Norwich City. It goes wide. Another corner into the City box is flicked on, and Connor Washington tucks it away. Queen's Park Rangers building from the back here. Oh, that's a brilliant pass by Sharon Cherry, and it's 2-0. Sebastian Poulter. Cameron Jerome uses his aerial presence there. Good fighting from Jerome. Jacob Murphy now. Can he get the ball in? He can! And Stephen Naismith is the unlikeliest of comebacks on for Norwich City. Stephen Naismith with a chance to get in behind now. Naismith with the left. The right foot rather tested Scott Carson. And here's Will Hughes now. Plenty of support forward here. It's Will Hughes for Derby. Still Hughes going. Overdoes it a little. And then Bradley Johnson. It's a trademark goal from the former Canary. I would imagine it will be Alex Pritchard to hit this. He does have quality in these situations. Norwich City need it, and it's straight down the throat of Scott Carson.
So it was a former City hero in Bradley Johnson who condemned the Canaries to another defeat on the road. That left City heading into winter with a sizable gap to bridge if they wanted to make the Championship's top 2, and it left City outside the top 6. Not only that, Derby, Fulham and Aston Villa were now breathing down Norwich City's necks as December arrived.
Robbie Brady's turn now to launch a ball in, and Oliveira flicks it on! And Norwich City have the lead within 6 minutes. And the big question is, was there a touch from Jacob Murphy? I think there was. The ball eventually finds its way to Jacob Murphy. Still going, Jacob Murphy. He's fouled inside the box. And it's a penalty kick to Norwich City. 7 goals to his name in Norwich City colours. Can he make it 8? It's saved, but the rebound's in. Graham Dorrans. 16 minutes gone. 2-0. Just need to keep this going now. Pritchard, good turn. Spots Robbie Brady's run, and Robbie Brady tucks it away. 3-0 to Norwich City. And they've just been a delight today, the Canaries. And Robbie Brady slots away his 3rd goal of the season. Great spot from Alex Pritchard in the hole. Now Robbie Brady has got Josh Murphy outside him. Josh Murphy comes in on the right foot towards Oliveira. Oliveira turns away. Oliveira with the shots! 4-0 to Norwich City, and it's a comprehensive victory. Led the line so well throughout today, Oliveira. Deserved that. Josh Murphy will claim the assist. Lovely from Pritchard. Working together with Oliveira. Now Jacob Murphy. Across from Murphy, and Pritchard! Number 5 for Norwich City. It's the former Brentford man, Alex Pritchard. The freedom that the team are playing with just belies recent form, doesn't it? Now a chance for him to scamper forward. Ball in from Scowen. And then Bradshaw has given Barnsley the leads. Opening goal for the home sides. Barnsley once more in behind here. Good challenge from Murphy. James Bree keeps going though. Ball falls to Hourihan, and that is an absolutely stunning goal to double the advantage for Barnsley. Held up well, and the shot thunders in. What a goal! And that's the way to get back into the game. Nelson Oliveira, a man full of confidence at the moment. Now Ivo Pinto back towards Oliveira, who takes a lovely first touch. Olsen drills it across, and Jacob Murphy, oh so close for Norwich City.
So Norwich's struggles on the road in the Championship continued at Oakwell, but at Carrow Road things were very different. 19 points and 19 goals scored from their 9 home games emphasised City's strength on home soil as they desperately fought to remain in the Premier League promotion picture. Next up in Norfolk were Aston Villa, now managed by a former Carrow Road hero in Steve Bruce and showing great improvement following their early season troubles. But not for the first time, City's Portuguese striker would ensure those in yellow and green could travel home from NR1 with a smile on their face.
Doran's back down the line. Olsen again. It's a good touch by the Swedes. Gets the ball across, and that caused a few scares in the Aston Villa area. Good strength from Oliveira. Johnny Howson's making the run. Oliveira finds Howson. Howson across for Robbie Brady! Oh, and the goal was gaping there. It's been a better spectacle in the second half. Nelson Oliveira now. Shot from Oliveira! He's done it again! Nelson Oliveira scored the goal from a similar area against Barnsley, and he's done the same again for Norwich City. Nelson Oliveira, this is becoming a habit for the Portuguese striker. Now Palmer. That's a good turn from Casey Palmer. Plays the ball down the right-hand side, and this is dangerous for Norwich City. And it's the opening goal for Huddersfield. And for Robbie Brady, will get there, the Irishman. Lifts it into the box, and Johnny Howson with the header! And it's an instant reply from Norwich City. Van Lapana looks like he's just getting a little frustrated with the attentions of the Norwich players. Kachunga in space now. Elias Kachunga. It's 2-1. Once again, a move down the right-hand side for Huddersfield. Brady was covering back in. Then goes high. Stankovic misjudges it. Nelson Oliveira with a chance. And it's going to go wide. 3 minutes to get an equaliser. Delivery comes in. Bassong! Oh, so close. Sebastian Bassong with the header. Liam Kelly will deliver this one. It's a good delivery, and it's the opening goal for Reading. Jan Kermigan's 5th of the season gives the Royals the lead. Robbie Brady lays it down the right for Ivo Pinto. Now to Murphy, pulls it back. The youngster Oliveira lashes it into the back of the net. Lord Nelson does it again. 5th league goal now for Nelson Oliveira. He's red hot at the moment. Great presence of mind from Jacob Murphy to pull it back. Bermagans with the chance to put the home side back in front. It's off the bar, but it's then flicked into the nets. Gareth McLeary, the man who makes sure that Reading do get their second goal. Here's Harriet, the substitute. Gets it back. A chance to put the game beyond Norwich. And that's exactly what he does with his first goal for his new club. And that makes sure that it will be another frustrating day for Norwich City. Pritchard, good vision from Pritchard. Ivo Pinto now advances into the area. Across goal, Cameron Jerome. Oh, what a wonderful chance for the opener. Charged down. Chance maybe for Norwich City to break here. Robbie Brady goes sliding in.
Seemed to catch Ryan Woods. Over Langford's going to his pockets, and it's a red card for Robbie Brady. Unaris. And all of a sudden Scott Hogan's through here. But no, brilliant challenge from Ryan Bennett. Had to get that one right, the big defender, and he did.
So City signed off for 2016 with a missed opportunity at Griffin Park and a championship table that would struggle to lift the mood. It left no doubt over the size of the task facing Alec Neil's squad if they were to achieve their pre-season goal of returning to the top flight. Leaders Newcastle and Chris Hughton's Brighton were already looking secure bets for automatic promotion, with the top six also enjoying a degree of safety from their pursuers. At the other end, despite only just heading into 2017, Rotherham's difficult season seemed destined to end in League One.
There's Murphy through to Oliveira. Oliveira lining one up. It's Nelson Oliveira! Laser-like precision from the Portuguese striker. Lord Nelson does it again. We've come to expect this from him. What a finish. Butterfield goes clattering in, and that's a red card on his return to Carrow Road. Russell Martin to guide it in, flicked on by Howson, and directed into the back of the net by you-know-who, Lord Nelson Oliveira. Everything he touches turns to goals. Chance to bend across in, it's a deep one, headed back, Oliveira's lurking, and there's the hat-trick. Nelson Oliveira goes clear at the top of the Norwich City scoring charts now. Can do no wrong, another brilliant finish. Dusan Tadic bends it in deep, and Virgil van Dijk at the far post turns it into the net. Norwich City finding some success down the right hand side. It's a heavy touch from Lewis, and he's bundled Cameron Jerome down. That must be a penalty kick, and Chris Kavanagh points to the spots. Stephen Whittaker steps up and equalises for Norwich City. Big goal from the Scots. It's his first strike for Norwich since the start of last season. Ball switches out to the right hand side. Højbjerg, space to bend one in. It's a great cross, and it's the second goal for Southampton. Maya Yoshida. Cross comes in from Whittaker, and Stephen Naismith with an equaliser right at the death for Norwich City. Naismith's fifth goal of the season should be enough now to earn the Canaries a replay at St Mary's. The two former Rangers teammates combining for a wonderful equaliser. Tom Adeyemi, the former Canaries, chasing that one. Adeyemi across is a good ball, and Jerry Yates, the youngster, provides the dream start for Rotherham. Judging by social media, he's the front runner at the moment for Norwich City's Fans Player of the Year. Murphy delivers the ball in. And there's an incident off the ball there. And there's a red card for Nelson Oliveira. Stephen Whittaker onto his right foot. It's a deep one towards Houlihan. Kills it with a brilliant touch. Still Wes Houlihan. Houlihan into the far post, Cameron Jerome, and Norwich City are back on terms. They've pressed for this throughout the start of the second half, and Big Cam delivers an important goal. Nice exchange between Joe Newell and Joe Mattock. Ball across from Mattock, and Tom Adeyemi with the header. Pass cut out by Close. It's a heavy touch though. Now Josh Sims, good feet from him. McGovern down smartly. Pritchard lays it off for Robbie Brady. Over the top. He thinks it took a deflection. Pritchard's Good chance for a Norwich counter. There's a good pass from Alex Pritchard. Now Murphy lifts his head towards Lafferty. Oh, so close, Kyle Lafferty, to getting on the ends of that. Martina, great position to cross. Redmond at the far post with the shots. Saved by McGovern. Nathan Redmond's causing all sorts of problems. Norwich just need to hold out. The cross in, long from point blank range, the save, and then it's bundled in. And it's heartbreak for the Canaries right at the death here at St Mary's.
Now Houlihan. Johnny Howson lines one up. Johnny Howson off the crossbar. Naismith with the rebounds, and Norwich City have the lead. And that's exactly what Norwich City needed. Brilliant shot from Howson. Wolves failing to clear it, and Naismith just putting it beyond Kanalai Kini. Doherty looks for Bodvarsson. Great touch from Bodvarsson. Doherty still going. He goes down in the area, and that's a penalty kick. And that's one of the softest penalty kicks I've seen awarded this season. Elder Costa now has been gifted the chance to equalise for Wolves, and he does. Johnny Howson, flighted in by Howson. Stearman just about gets it away. Chance for Houlihan. Still Houlihan. Which Houlihan goes down, and the penalty counts will be evened up by the referee. Now off the ball. Red cards is given. And wearing the shirts of Paddy Burgoyne, it's Matt Doherty. Brady versus Doherty. Brady steps up, and it's 4 goals for the season now for Robbie Brady. Charts flights it in. Shot from Howson, deflected into the net, and Johnny Howson deserves that for his performance today. An intelligent footballer rifled it in and found the back of the nets. There's Grounds. Grounds with the delivery. It's a decent one, and it's off the crossbar. Now Norwich City spring their own counter though. Cameron Jerome, he's got Stephen Naismith in space. Still Cameron Jerome! Oh, and he took that with so much class. Credit to Stephen Naismith, his decoy run distracted the defenders. And then it was tucked in the corner by Jerome. Robbie Brady stands over this one. Ball into the middle, and the easiest of goals for Tim Closer. And he's absolutely delighted, look at him. Keefton Belts. It's a good pass across. Fry still fancying that debut goal. Now Gardner, good shots off the crossbar. For the second time in the game, Birmingham City hit the woodwork.
With Norwich's improved form and the January transfer window still to close, that win over a Birmingham side in freefall helped City climb back to within a victory of returning to the top 6. Barnsley's stunning arrival back in the Championship showed no sign of ending, while an inconsistent Fulham now found themselves 6 points off breaking into the playoff places.
Houlihan's delivery. Jerome's header! Cameron Jerome with the goal for Norwich. He just loves scoring against his old clubs. Scored against Birmingham last week, and now he's on target today. Norwich City is all about resilience. This is a brilliant run from Craig Noon. Can he go all the way? Denied by Ruddy. And then over the bar from Kadeem Harris. That should have been the equaliser. Ball comes into the box, and Sol Bamba with the header. Ruddy claims it, and maybe Norwich are going to hold out for that elusive away victory. Pritchard's delivery into the box. Oliveira's there! And there's the opening goal for Norwich City. Back in the team and back amongst the goals is Nelson Oliveira. Jacobs again with the corner. It's a deep one, and the header comes in. Omar Bogle for Wigan, his first goal for his new club. Bogle to strike, and that's 2-1 to the home sides out of nothing. They're now in the leads. Pritchard with the corner, and the header from Mitchell Dykes, the big Dutchman. The manager called him a beast recently, and you can see why. Comes from Houlihan, doesn't beat the first man, but it falls for Housen! Oh, that's absolutely wonderful! Johnny Housen has so many goals in him at the moment. And no goalkeeper is saving that one. An absolute beauty. Malumbu, good pass. Alex Pritchard, good movement from him. Then he's too clever for Pinillos. Advantage played by the referee. Wes Houlihan to Murphy! 2-0! City are all over Forest here. Good to see that. Jacob applauding his brother. If Norwich City can keep this up, this will be the best performance I've seen from the Canaries this season. Houlihan fancies one! That's absolutely spectacular! This is turning into a rout already! Credit to Murphy, wins it in the air, manages to direct it to his teammate, and then the finish is audacious. Josh trying to move it on quickly there. Pritchard's picks up for Norwich City. Can he go all the way here? Alex Pritchard lashes that one into the back of the net. No chance for Jordan Smith. Forest defenders just kept backing off, and Pritchard thought, why not? Murphy fouled by Lehigh, and this could be a second yellow card. And Nottingham Forest day goes from bad to worse. That's a good ball towards Ross McCormack. Chance for Forest. And there's a goal back. First goal for Ross McCormack. Yannick Wildschut back to Housen. Shouts of shoot. Again, Pritchard obliges! Oh, and it's a wonderful goal from Alex Pritchard! Three absolute worldies in this game from Norwich City.
And that golden goal, sponsored by Richard Pike Associates, was officially timed at 18 minutes and 48 seconds.
Importance of a good start cannot be underestimated here, but Colback releases Perez, and it's a disastrous start for Norwich City. Newcastle in front within 23 seconds. Cameron Jerome's chasing it. Jerome, too strong for Lascelles. Can he get us across? He can! And Jacob Murphy equalises for the Canaries. Goal number 8 of the season for the youngster. It's a long one towards Cameron Jerome. He misses that one. Darlow will clear. Oh, he's missed it! It's a missed kick from Carol Darlow. And Cameron Jerome puts away goal number 10 of the season. And not one of them have been easier than that for the big striker. Disastrous moment for Carol Darlow. Big Cam profits from his misfortune. Ball's in from Dummett. It's too long. Now back across from Perez. And Lascelles equalises for Newcastle. The pressure telling eventually. Norwich City have defended stoutly, but you can't argue Newcastle deserve it. Tim Closer will just shield that one out of play. In fact, he won't. He's robbed by Christensen, and it's across for Collie Woodrow. to put Burton Albion into the lead. Disastrous moment for Tim Closer. He just wasn't strong enough. Richards, good feet from him. Then Houlihan, the substitutes. On to Johnny Howson, who angles it across. Cameron Jerome. Whittaker with the shot, and it comes off Cameron Jerome and into the back of the nets. Norwich with an unlikely equaliser. Cameron Jerome took that full in the face. It's a good switch of play there. Michael Kitely's first touch is a good one, and the second is even better. The home side back in front. What a difference Michael Kitely's made for them. Ball goes into the box, and the opening goal for Norwich City, and it's Mitchell Dykes. But the referee has chopped it off. A twist in the tail. It looked like a fairy tale as Mitchell Dykes launched the header into the back of the nets. Seems that a shoulder was used, and Oliver Langford has chopped it off. Goldrick tries to find a teammate, gets it back. Then lines the shot up. Alex Tetty was brave. Ball's looped across, and the header comes in, and it's the opening goal for the visitors. Norwich City need support in front of Mitchell Dykes. It's not forthcoming though, so he's forced to go back across to Tetty. Now Houlihan, brilliant touch. Murphy, lovely feet. Murphy with the shot! What a goal! Jacob Murphy with an absolute belter! Goal number 9 of the season, and that's the biggest goal of his entire career.
So for the second time this season, it was honours even in the East Anglian derby, only on this occasion it was Norwich having to come from behind to earn a point. It meant the gap the Canaries needed to bridge to join the top 6 party was far larger than they had been hoping to see, and the fixtures lined up for March would go a long way to sealing exactly how their campaign was set to end.
Howson though picks up possession for Norwich City. Then Tim Closer under pressure is forced into the clearance, and John Ruddy will have to come out of his goal, and he's given that away. A chance for Ross Wallace to shoot on target, and it's a speculative goal. Trying to be strong, but again Sheffield Wednesday they just seem so much quicker than Norwich City at the moments when they get the ball. Ball's into the box, and Jordan Rhodes makes it 2-0. Goes short towards Naismith. Eventually breaks to Houlihan. Houlihan pokes that through to Stephen Naismith. The ball across, and it's nodded in by Cameron Jerome. Norwich City need to hold firm here. Delivery comes in. It's a deep one, and it's headed into the back of the nets. Bannon. Cute ball from Barry Bannon, and a wonderful 4th goal for Sheffield Wednesday. Forestieri steps up, and it's an absolute cracker. Fernando Forestieri with his 11th goal of the season. Tetty steps out well, and now Cameron Jerome. Jerome spots the run of Naismith. Flag stays down. Brilliant chance for Stephen Naismith, but it's spurned by the Scotsman. That should have been the opening goal. Here's Vilscots running at the Bristol City defence. Still Vilscots! A fine shot and a fine way to open your account for Norwich City. Yannick Vilscots with his first goal for the Canaries. Cotterill tries the switch of play. Flint still forward, gets his head on it, and here's O'Dowda off the bar. A let off for Norwich City. Cotterill
Ball across, it deflects down, and it's into the back of the net. Bailey Wright with the goal for Bristol City, and it's been coming.
Just in, Norwich City have sacked their manager Alex Neil. Alan Irvine will take control of the team for Saturday's game.
The board at Norwich City say an announcement will be made next week about the club's new structure. It follows last night's sacking of manager Alex Neil 2 years after he was brought to Carrow Road.
Now Houlihan, ball to Howson, that's nice football. Murphy again, now on the other flank, zips it across, still can't get there! And Cameron Jerome taps it in for the easiest goal he'll score this season. Just settles any nerves that there might have been. Different type of pressure coming into this game, and there's a sudden red card. Mitchell Dykes has been sent off. Now Williams with a chance to get the cross in. Zhao almost there to meet it, Mahoney is, and it's prodded in by Lucas Zhao. The substitutes combining for Blackburn Rovers. Danny Graham's peeled off to the sides, then delivers it in for Zhao, who gets his second. I'm sure they'll have a fair bit of reflecting after this one. Here's Murphy, Jacob Murphy, ball across for Jerome! It deflects into the back of the net, and Norwich City are back on terms. Cameron Jerome at the double.
Norwich City number 10, Cameron Jerome.
Russell Martin forwards, Cameron Jerome got himself back on side. Now it's Cameron Jerome, he's got support coming. It goes all the way through to Murphy. Murphy gets it onto the right foot and chucks it away! Jacob Murphy with the opening goal for Norwich City. Intelligent from Cameron Jerome to get himself back on side to set up the opportunity, and then dispatched very capably. Stephen Whittaker, left-footed cross, and it's prodded towards goal by Naismith. Breaks for Jerome, back across to Pritchard and Murphy, and then it cannons in off Angus MacDonald. A comedic end to that one. Naismith with the initial shot, well saved by Davis. Then Jerome intelligently back across, Pritchard down, then it came off the chest of the goalkeeper. Back in off McDonald's.
So the unbeaten tenure of interim head coach Alan Irvine picked up its first win as Barnsley came up short at Carrow Road. And while games were running out, there were still Canaries fans hopeful that the 2016-17 season would come with a happy ending. However, what we did know come the end of March was that any top two hopes were effectively over, and the Canaries would be desperate to finish the season on a high, whatever happened elsewhere in the Championship.
From Hogan, it's now released Kojia. Villa fans sense an opportunity. Jonathan Kojia takes a step inside and hammers the ball home. Just 11 minutes for Villa to hold out for the 3 points. Make it 6 wins and 7 for them. Amavi was still going. Pinto got the ball. Amavi's down. He's already been booked, of course. And it's a second yellow card for Ivo Pinto. Ball through. Immediately, the winning goal for Aston Villa. Norwich City's bravery is punished. Ball forwards. And Bennett should have that. Oh, he's misjudged it. And Kachunga's in. And once more it's Elias Kachunga who scores for Huddersfield against Norwich this season. Once more Huddersfield trying to carve an opening, and Darren Moy makes it 2-0. Nice flick by Moy. Ball through, and Naki Wells 3-0.
Norwich City have collapsed here. Ball breaks kindly for Johnny Howson, who has a go. Al-Habsi saves, but Oliveira's there. There's a push as well, and it's an early penalty kick for the Canaries. Perfect chance for the opening goal, and it's slotted away coolly by Nelson Oliveira. Lovely ball to Murphy. Murphy zips it across, and a chance. Second bite of the cherry, and it's the second goal for Norwich City. Wes Houlihan surveys his options. Good fight from Howson, and then an absolutely wonderful strike from Alex Pritchard's. Norwich City on easy street. Oliveira seems to be all over the place. Lovely skill from him. Still going Nelson Oliveira. Fancies the shot, drills it in low, and Russell Martin! Goal from the captain! And look how much it means to him! Here's Wes Houlihan. Now Pritchard's. Alex Pritchard still going! 5-0! Now Swift. Good cross from Swift, and John Ruddy stops it, then gets it away. But Reading managed to pull one back. Ivo Pinto. Space to run into. Looks for Houlihan. Wes Houlihan! Chance, and again, and then in! Goal number 2 for Wes. Dykes. Good vision from him. Josh Murphy. Ball across, falls for Jerome. And he's in the right place to make it 7. Now Martin. The advancing Aluko. Twisting inside and out, and Martin's shot is charged down. Then it comes lashing in. Martin goes clattering into Mitchell Dykes. And could it be a red card for the former Canaries man? Red card for Chris Martin. It's an unhappy return to Carrow Road for him. Johansson. And the penalty's given. Thomas Callas went down. Ryan Bennett's immediately involved in the thick of the action here. Kearney steps up, and it's 2-0. Pinto gets it back from Pritchard's. Now finds Howson. Alex Pritchard with the chance to deliver for Cameron Jerome! And Norwich City are right back in this one. Piazon. Ayite. Kearney's behind him. Piazon again. And Ayite's free. And he's onside. And that's the winning goal. That's a good finish from Ayite. Richards has options here. Comes inside and uses Naismith, and it's back to Torrens! Graham Torrens with the strike, and he finds the back of the net. Took a deflection, I think. Not that he's going to mind. Richards, now Murphy. He's got Mitchell Dykes to his left. Here is the Dutchman. It's back to Jerome, and now Murphy with the chance! Finds the bottom corner with ease. Josh Murphy showing how it's done. Gallagher, dangerous in these situations. Gets the ball in. And it's Tommy Spur, the substitute, who halves the deficit for the home side here. Oliveira. Not sure where that ball was. Here's Madison. Good strength from the youngster. Now Stephen Naismith plays it back into Madison, who's on the end of it and puts it below the goalkeeper for a goal on his first league appearance for Norwich City. It's a fairy tale, a deep tale for James Madison. Here's Josh Murphy. Comes inside. Always the potential to shoot on that right foot. It's Pritchard instead! And it comes off the back of Stockdale and into the nets. And it's the man the Brighton fans love to hate. Excellent strike by Alex Pritchard. And he got the lucky bounce off of Stockdale. Murphy goes back to Dorrans. Feinted to shoot. Now Naismith and Pritchard. He's capable! And history repeats itself! That's absolutely remarkable. Twice Pritchard's hit the woodwork, and twice it's ricocheted in off the back of David Stockdale. Once more, an absolutely brilliant strike from the man who's fast becoming a real Canaries hero. Pritchard. Stephen Naismith with a chance to shoot! And that's a moment of sublime quality from Stephen Naismith to open the scoring here for Norwich City. Good pass from Pritchard. Murphy's onside. Opportunity for Norwich to make it two. And Nelson Oliveira does exactly that. Tony Howson still coming. He's got Oliveira in front of him. Here is the Portuguese. Nelson Oliveira! Hits the back of the net once again. Norwich City going to town here in the city of Leeds. This comes in though, and Chris Wood pulls a vital goal back. Leeds United needed that shot in the arm. It's a clever one, and Jansen's there. It's just about off the line, but Leeds bundle it in. And that's an important goal for the home side. Kyle Bartley, the captain. Pablo Hernandez is more than capable in these situations. And he's just shown that there. Ellen Rhodes believes that Leeds can come from behind to win this, you know. Murphy runs into the challenge, and the referee is going to his back pocket. So Norwich City will complete this one with 10 men.
Leeds' stunning comeback was ultimately in vain as their playoff hopes came to an end with just a draw, a fate the Canaries had suffered some time ago. That meant with just one weekend of the season to go, the top six was effectively decided, while Newcastle and Brighton prepared for Premier League football next season. There was one more game for Norwich to enjoy as the May sunshine bathed Carrow Road, and City's 2017 Player of the Season, Wes Hoolahan, signed off for his 9th campaign at the Canaries in style.
Norwich continue to roar forward though. Wes Hoolahan, still Hoolahan. It takes a deflection, and there's the opening goal. And I'm sure Wes Hoolahan will be the man claiming that one. Towards Pritchard's first touch is a good one, and the second is even better. Alex Pritchard with a wonderful second goal. And Norwich City needed that. He doesn't need asking twice. Look at the technique on that. Magnificent. Hoolahan through to Murphy, who's onside. Shows good strength. And then the finish. Josh Murphy has had a cracking game, and he deserves that goal.
And substitution.
Maybe time for one final bit of quality from the Canaries. Murphy to Jerome to Hoolahan. What a way to sign off
magnificent from Norwich City. Absolutely brilliant. Cameron Jerome could have been selfish, but spotted Houlihan in a better position. Lovely through pass from Murphy as well.
The goal scorer for Norwich, number 14.
And so City said goodbye to the 2016-17 season and said goodbye to some lengthy servants like Stephen Whittaker, Ryan Bennett and goalkeeper John Ruddy. Goodbye to those who stepped in and helped engender some positivity ahead of the summer like Alan Irvine. And goodbye to those who made an impact in their short stay with the Canaries like Mitchell Dykes. Ultimately, City missed their target, but with Jacob and Josh Murphy, Alex Pritchard, James Maddison and Norwich's free-scoring season in front of goal, plenty of supporters welcomed the summer, already anticipating what August would bring. So it was an 8th place finish for Norwich City come the final standings, 10 points short of making the Championship playoffs and repeating their success of 2 years ago. Newcastle pipped Brighton to the title, while Huddersfield Town joined the pair in winning promotion as they triumphed in a playoff penalty shootout at Wembley. As for the other end, Rotherham, Wigan and Blackburn were all relegated to League One, while Sunderland, Hull, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, Bolton and Millwall all booked Championship returns come August.